Welcome to Joe Sports Channel. You can follow me on Joe the Fighting Joe on Instagram. You can follow me on Taker Devil on hashtag Joe Sports Channel. Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls of all ages, to all the great Boonie believers out there, it is March 27, 2021, and I hope each and every one of you beautiful people out there are having a fantastic weekend and especially a beautiful Saturday evening. Folks, I'm so excited for tonight's show. I'm so blessed and I'm so honored that I can wear this jersey right now with this beautiful hat. If you haven't seen my reaction yet, go on Joe the Fighting Joe on Instagram. Go on Snapchat YRF4 hashtag Joe Sports Channel comes up. Add me on there. I will accept it immediately. I watched the Toronto Maple Leafs. I've been watching the Toronto Maple Leafs for a very long time. And we're not the greatest team at coming back. Well, tonight's performance was something else. The Edmonton Oilers were in action. It was 3-1 with less than 15 minutes left in the third period. I got on a live stream. I was on a live stream with someone, one of my good friends up west, and it was 3-2. JT, John Tavares, our captain, scored. It was 3-2. And then all you see is 3-3, and I'm saying to myself, you know what? My friend's keeping me calm. It's 3-3. I have never seen the Maple Leafs come back from a comeback like this all year long until tonight. And we go into overtime, and number 34, the great American Austin Matthews wins it. What an unbelievable performance. What an unbelievable comeback tonight. Guys, you have to watch the reaction. I was going crazy. And my blood pressure is still pumping. It's pumping. I bet you it's probably around 128, 129. But we are not a team that comes back, and we did it today. So not only we came back today, but we had the victory. We got the 2 points, and those 2 points were pretty damn big. 46 points, and we're still leading the Canadian division. The Canadian division is getting hot. It's getting heated. The Winnipeg Jets are playing well. Let's congratulate Mr. Mike Smith on his performance. 39 years old, playing absolutely phenomenal hockey for his age. I remember him in Phoenix, and they switched the team to Arizona. He was great. But a 39-year-old goaltender is playing like that. It's absolutely glorious. Attaboy, Joe. Oh, Joe, I got some news for you. What's the news? I am early for the show. Rita Miller. I saw you comment earlier before I came on. So I want to show you the highlights. I want to show you this. It's a couple of seconds. Just take a look.
Matthews, Marner's gone to the bench. Tavares checks in. And here comes Morgan Riley. Austin Matthews.
And that's how it's done. And I look at the Toronto Maple Leafs and I say, my goodness, we have come back. We came back to teams many times. And we did a few times this year, but this one was special because the Edmonton Oilers were in action. And I look at the Edmonton Oilers. They're playing good hockey, you know. They were supposed to play Montreal 3 games in a row. It was COVID. So they came to Toronto. Everybody was expecting Connor McDavid to just roll over us. I know it's only the first game, but for a matter of fact, Connor McDavid did not score tonight. He had an assist, okay, but he did not score tonight. And that was the most important thing out of the whole hockey game. So I'm so glad we could do that. And I also want to talk about Jack Campbell for a sec. He's 6-0. 6-0. And I look at Jack Campbell. Is he the future for the Toronto Maple Leafs? There's questions still going around. People are saying Jack Campbell is like a Curtis Joseph. I think it's a little bit too early to say that. Can you guys, am I still live, guys? Because it says my Wi-Fi is up and down. Crosby is number one. Crosby's a good player. Crosby's a good player. But I think Alexander Ovechkin is better. But going back to my thing, yes, Jack Campbell did it. He's 6-0. And I want to show you the standings, and then I want to talk about the future with our main goalie, Frederik Andersen. So let's share this screen with you guys because StreamYard is something else. Okay. So let's go to the league first. The Toronto Maple Leafs, once upon a time this year, they were first. Now it's the Tampa Bay Lightning, the defending champions, have 50 points, 24 wins, 8 losses, 2 ties in overtime. They lost 2 in a row. They're 13-2 at home. They're 11-6-2 away. Now the Maple Leafs are 7th, okay? I was talking about the Maple Leafs. Yeah, I'm so excited we're first. We're the best and all this. But for a matter of fact, it doesn't matter if you're first or 7th. As long as you make the postseason, that is the most important thing out of a hockey game, okay? The most important thing is making the postseason. I don't care if you come 8th or 7th or 1st. You make the playoffs, you are fine. What is Joker saying? I go to FaceTime you on April 10th. You're good, buddy. April 10th, well, I'll talk to you after the show because I have a feeling what you're going to tell me. Something about wrestling. I'm not going to talk about wrestling this week. Last week we were talking about Fastlane. WrestleMania Talk is next week, and we're going to have a pre-show on that, and we're going to have Mr. John Laurinaitis on the show. We're going to have King Goose on the show too. Maybe King Goose can come down to Joe Booney's house, and we're going to have a good get-together with family. It's going to be good. Tampa Bay Lightning, Carolina Hurricanes, the Washington Capitals, the New York Islanders, the Vegas Golden Knights, the Colorado Avalanche. They're playing good hockey. The Toronto Maple Leafs and Pittsburgh Penguins are number 8. Pittsburgh's playing really well. But the Maple Leafs are on a 3-game winning streak, okay? We're 10-4-1 away, and we're 12-6-1 at home. Now, if you go to the division, this is interesting. Because about a month or 2 months ago, Toronto Maple Leafs are rolling. The Winnipeg Jets have 3 games. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They're only 2 points back. Today was a big win by the Toronto Maple Leafs. We have 46 points. It's 22 wins, 10 losses, 2 ties. But let's talk about a team that was not even supposed to be in the postseason. Wasn't even supposed to be, not in the postseason. Let me correct what I said. Wasn't even supposed to be where they are. People saying Vancouver's done. For a matter of fact, Vancouver's only 2 points back from the 4th place Montreal Canadiens. And remember, the Canadian division, there's 4 Canadian teams that make it. So is it going to be Vancouver or Montreal? Still a lot of games. Montreal's like 1-game winning streak. They're on a 1-game winning streak, and the Vancouver Canucks are on a 2-game losing streak. They're 16-18-3 with 35 points. Still a lot of games. Do not count out the Calgary Flames. They have 33 points. The Ottawa Senators, they're done, but they're playing good hockey. The other night, we had trouble against the Senators. For some reason, the Senators are just that team. The Battle of Ontario, they like to give us a hard time. So that wraps up the standings. Actually, here, let me show you one more thing. This is really interesting. People are saying, the Philadelphia Flyers, they're one of the worst teams in the National Hockey League. I look at them. Okay, they won a game, 1 win. They're 16-13, 36 points. They're only 3 points back from a playoff spot. And the Bruins, on their hand, they're playing so-so, but it's the Washington Capitals you got to watch out for. The Washington Capitals, Alexander Ovechkin, is he going to break the great one, number 99, Wayne Gretzky's streak of most goals? Records are meant to be broken, folks. Is Tom Brady's record meant to be broken? Well, we don't know about that, but records are meant to be broken. And Alexander Ovechkin, the Russian. Don't mess with the Russians. And he is on his way to beat Gretzky. I think he needs 33, 34 more goals, and he's up there. So I'm very grateful that the Capitals are playing good hockey. I'm happy Zdeno Chara's there. They kind of gave him the boot in Boston. He was there for many years, and they got rid of him, and now he's a Capital. That's part of business. And the worst team in the National Hockey League in the organization is the Buffalo Sabres. They're on a 9-game losing streak. Taylor Hall needs to go somewhere else. I don't know why he does not go to the Pittsburgh Penguins. I think he should have. To be honest with you, I wish he stayed in New Jersey. If he stayed as a Devil, he would have had more potential. But I see him going to the Penguins. If it's not the Penguins, why don't we try to pick him up? 2-year deal, $23 million. We have enough cap space on that. Why don't we do that? See how things work in the National Hockey League? Thank you, Yusuf Jade. I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. You guys are absolutely amazing. I'm telling you. Before I came on, I was so excited. Leafs won, and I come on here, and I'm looking at the camera, and I can just picture all the Boonie believers who are watching me now and the viewers for later on. It's just remarkable what kind of support you guys have for me. It absolutely is. It's a gift from God. And I'm very, very grateful. Now I want to switch gears quickly. I want to talk about something that needs to be addressed. And we as Leaf Nations out there, we have a really bad temper. We have a really bad temper, and I look at Jack Campbell. He's 6-0. Is he the future? Is he the starting goaltending for the Toronto Maple Leafs all year long? Will Frederik Andersen ever come back? Will Frederik Andersen be a Maple Leaf goalie ever again? The question is Frederik Andersen injured, or is this a salary cap space? Does he want more money? Does he want to leave Toronto? Does he want to stay? We don't know. But the question is this. When Andersen is on his game, Andersen is something else to watch out for. I look at him. He's been a Maple Leaf for over 5 years, a great goalie. When he's good, he's good. He's better than Jack Campbell. 110% he's better. Okay, Jack Campbell's 6-0. We don't know who Jack Campbell is. We need to see more games played from Jack Campbell. Okay. Now, he's 6-0. That's amazing. He played phenomenal tonight. He played phenomenal the other night against the Ottawa Senators. But I'm concerned what the future is like for him. I'm concerned about Matthew Hutchison, if I got that right. Hutchison is one of those tricky names to say. I think, to be honest with you, I think we should re-sign Andersen. I think Andersen is actually injured. He's playing through an injury, and we don't know when he will be back. He's out for 7 to 10 days, maybe even a little bit more. Our coach, Sheldon Keith, said earlier yesterday morning that there's no time frame when Andersen is going to come back. Kind of concerned. I'm an Andersen fan myself. A lot of Leaf fans and people on Facebook that I follow on the Maple Leaf Facebook page, they don't want Andersen. Why don't you want Andersen? Because he's been playing bad the last few weeks. We were 1-7 the last 8 games, and we bring Jack Campbell in. We brought back Wayne Simmons and all those phenomenal players back. We're starting to play better. It's not only just one player. Now, understand if Andersen was hurt, he was hurt, but nobody else was on that bench. Hutchinson wasn't the greatest. Okay, Campbell was out. What do you expect? It's part of hockey. The guy's there to play. The guy's there to perform. And you know what? Give him a big contract. Andersen deserves it. I love Andersen. He's been there for over 5 years. You know? This kind of reminds me of the Zdeno Chara situation. Now, I know Chara's been there for years with Boston, but it's like the boot. It's like, we don't want you anymore. Campbell's playing good. He's on a hot streak. What if he's not on a hot streak anymore? Eventually, streaks are meant to be broken, like The Undertaker. Talk about wrestling. Undertaker was supposed to have the best streak in the world. Nobody was supposed to beat him. Brock Lesnar beat him. Eventually, Jack Campbell, his streak's going to be broken. We don't know if it's going to be next game or the game after. All I mean is we need Frederik Andersen back when he's healthy. Jack Campbell is a great backup. Jack Campbell could be the starting goaltending by next year by the Toronto Maple Leafs if we don't re-sign Frederik Andersen. It's simple as that. I was reading an article yesterday. I should actually bring it up. Let me look for it actually for a sec. Kind of makes me wonder things. Like one thing here, Maple Leafs, Frederik Andersen not close to return. It's Frederik Andersen returns to the Toronto Maple Leafs, but the team is not for replacement goalie ahead of the NHL trade deadline. From what we understand, the Maple Leafs do not believe that Frederik Andersen's season is in jeopardy. That's Elliot Friedman's report on Saturday's headline. So it's one of those years that you don't know if you're going to see your goaltending back in the same uniform. And I remember Andersen was an Anaheim Duck at one time. I love Andersen. I will always continue of supporting Andersen no matter what. I'm telling you, when he's hot, he's hot. That's one thing about him that I love. And the Toronto Maple Leafs organization is one of the most richest organizations out there. But we need to figure out if Frederik Andersen is injured or not, or if it's a contract agreement. So I have somebody in a few minutes I'm going to bring in. He's a Bruins fan himself. Original six. Unfortunately, the Bruins and Leafs can't play in the regular season this year due to COVID-19. He's looking good. He has a sweater. He's getting ready for the show. I love Tyler. He's a great guy. And you got to be kidding me. He puts on his New England Patriots jersey on, unfortunately. Bring your Bruins jersey on, man. But yeah, I'm kidding. So it's just we're going to see what happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring him in. Further ado, Tyler. How you doing, Tyler?
What's up, Joe?
Is that a new jersey?
Yeah, it's a new Julian Edelman jersey.
I can see that. Turn around. I like it. I like it.
I love it.
Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come on the show. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem.
Listen, what an unbelievable comeback by the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh, we don't do that. Gosh.
Too much.
Austin Matthews just, ooh.
Well, he ended that slump and we're on a 3-game winning streak. Jack Campbell's looking good, but I'm concerned about Frederik Andersen because I think Frederik Andersen is still our main goalie, and we should rely on Frederik Andersen because we don't know how good Jack Campbell will be. He's only 6-0. He's great. He's a 6-0 start, but we don't know how long this guy will be, how good he will be.
Yeah, who knows how long this goalie could stay hot for?
So
you gotta go with a hot hand.
You do. You have to. As long as Campbell's hot and he's playing well, keep him in that. But when Andersen is back and healthy, and when Campbell starts to, have a little slump, bring Andersen back in because that's our main goalie, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of reminds me of the situation with Jonathan Bernier and James Reimer. They really wrecked Reimer.
Yeah.
Actually, reminds me of that. And you can't do that as a goaltending. You can't. Goalies, it's pick and choose. You can't. It's not a quarterback situation. This is a goaltending situation, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice sweater, Rita Miller says.
Thank you.
Now, you're talking about me, Rita, or you're talking about Mr. Cameron over there?
Or my beautiful girlfriend, Jasmine.
Or his beautiful girlfriend, Jasmine. Which one is it? This is a jersey. This could be a sweater if you want to call it, too.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about my beautiful Edelman jersey, then go ahead.
How much you pay for that?
What?
How much you pay for that jersey?
I got it for $40 on lids.
$40 on lids?
Yeah.
When was this?
It was a sale 2 months ago.
2 months ago. It was the first time you wore it on the show, so I like it. Looks really good.
Yeah, I just got it in the mail. It was delayed due to COVID, so I just got it.
There's a lot of things that have delayed. I still have, a package that has been still in, I think, China or in India 6 months and still hasn't arrived, right?
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
I want to ask you a question about the Boston Bruins situation and Tuukka Rask.
All right.
I look at the Boston Bruins, a great organization, great team. They're getting old. Bergeron's getting older. Marchand's getting older. There's a lot of great people on that team, great players. Do you think eventually the Bruins are going to be like a medal team? you wanted me to put it into those words, because the Bruins been good for so long. They've won the Stanley Cup in 2011. A couple of years ago, they almost won the Stanley Cup Game 7 against the St. Louis Blues. But there's going to be a time that the Bruins need to, save some cap space and get some younger players, because you guys are in the mid-30s. You got some guys who are upcoming. You got Tuukka Raski's getting older. We didn't know if Tuukka Rask was going to be a Bruin after last year.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say on the Bruins' future and the organization? Are they going to be a middle team, or are they still going to be one of those top teams that could make the Stanley Cup again? What do you have to say on that?
I mean, I hope they make the Stanley Cup like a bunch more times with the same group of guys. Without Zdeno Chara there, it's not really the same group of guys anymore. It's just Patrice Bergeron and Tuukka basically carrying the heavy load. But I mean, it would be all right, I guess, if they were just like kind of a middle class team for a bit, give other teams a chance at the cup. But I'd like to see my team succeed. I don't want them to be like too middle class. I want them to be a little bit, higher than the majority in the middle. But other than that, I mean, I don't really have any point of view on the Bruins.
I look at the Bruins and I say this. Great team, great organization, but they haven't won a Stanley Cup in over 10 years. Since 2011. 2011, 2021, that's 10 years, over 10 years.
2011.
And I remember when they won the Stanley Cup. They beat the Vancouver Canucks. I was disappointed. I was depressed. I wanted the Vancouver Canucks to win the Cup. We haven't seen a Canadian team win a Stanley Cup since 1993, the Montreal Canadiens. Patrick Roy, the best goaltending out there. Now, a couple years ago, they had a great opportunity to win that Cup, but they didn't. They didn't capitalize. The following year, they came short. Now we look at the COVID-19, last year and this year, they're in there. They're fourth, they're third, they're fifth. The Pittsburgh Penguins are on a 3-game winning streak. They're playing good hockey. So when it comes down to the playoffs, I want to see how the Bruins play, because without Zdeno Chara, they're not the greatest.
Yeah. Since Chara left, we've been going a little bit downhill. I think a little bit before that, when we got rid of Milan Lucic over there to Edmonton, that's where our kind of performance started to decline a little bit, and that's why Zdeno left. Mm-hmm. I believe that's why Zdeno left, because some of the guys weren't coming back, and some of them were traded to different teams, and he just wanted to stick with that main core of guys. But if he's just going to have to learn new guys as they come in, why wouldn't he want to be traded to a different team, an upcoming team that's a little bit better than the Bruins are currently?
Sure. Yeah, I'll bring up the standings for you. I want to show you this, because I know you were later. So
what's up, bud? You good?
Oh, there is this. Was the Bruins? Okay, right here. Street right here. Okay. So right here, you got, where are we? You got the Boston Bruins, who are fourth on a 1-game winning streak. They're 17, 18, and 5. They got 39 points. People talking about the Philadelphia Flyers, how terrible they are this year. To be honest with you, they're only 3 points back from that last playoff spot, I think. Because I think it's the first 4 teams that make the playoffs. That's what I heard in the Canadian division. It's the Canadian division. If you look at the Canadian division, where's the Canadian division? So it's going to be Toronto, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Montreal, Vancouver makes it. But still don't count out the Calgary Flames. They're only 4 points back from a playoff spot. So we look at the Canadian division and we go back to this division. Bruins need to start winning more games.
Yeah, we really do. We really need to pick it up on offense mostly.
Offense.
On defense, it's a little bit of a struggle there too. But Tuukka's been doing well. I mean, he's
a good goalie. He's good.
He's been pretty sharp, but I don't know. We need to start looking towards another goalie at some point, because he's kind of on the downhill right now.
I wonder what your cap space is at.
I have no clue. I can Google it real quick, see what the Bruins cap space is.
Check that out, and I want to know what the cap space is. See, guys, a lot of people were talking about the Pittsburgh Penguins, that maybe won't even make the playoffs or playing bad hockey, and they start playing well. Crosby came back. Crosby had COVID, they said. Malcolm was playing so-so. The team is back to where they are. Their goaltending's playing well. They're 17, 18, and 5 with 39 points. I mean, 46 points. Sorry. No. 22, 11, and 2. Looking at the Bruins. 22, 11, and 2 with 46 points. They're only 2 points back from the leading Washington Capitals. So
we got like our total allotted cap was 49 million.
Yeah.
And our cap space right now, currently as it is 35 million.
35 million?
Yes.
That's a lot to get a goaltending. It's a lot. You know. Tuukka Rask was a Maple Leaf at one time.
Was he?
Yeah, we got rid of him. Yeah. Check it out. Check it out.
Yeah,
Wait.
I kind of want to fact check you real quick.
Yeah, fact check that. Fact check it.
Tuukka
Rask. Yeah. He was a Leaf. I think we drafted him.
NHL. Tuukka. Nah, he was drafted by the Bruins.
But he was a Leaf.
2007, 2008, he was drafted by the Bruins.
Go put Tuukka Rask Leafs.
Okay.
I want to see this. Because I hear it all the time.
Oh, no, he was drafted by the Leafs. It says Rask was drafted 21st overall in the 2005 NHL entry-level draft by the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Look at that. We get rid of him.
He was traded directly after he was drafted to Boston. So I think you guys just kind of used him to do one of those one and dones.
One and done. Yeah, we got rid of him. We tried to bring in Toskala, Raincroft, all these horrible goalies, and they did nothing. And the one who was successful, who has succeeded, is Frederik Andersen, to be honest with you.
I wish you guys would have not drafted Tuukka, so we could have drafted Tuukka, but you guys could have, traded to get like Roberto Luongo and hopefully, make his career last a little bit longer. He's gone now. I don't even hear his name anymore, but he was great. He's
upstairs. He loves Vancouver, but his heart is more to Florida, the Panthers, because that's where he played, right?
Yeah.
So, and I look at, to be honest with you, I look at Luongo, and people ask these questions. Roberto Luongo, a future Hall of Famer? And I say yes. For a matter of fact, he will be in the Hall of Fame one day. But he got screwed in Vancouver for so many years on end. His contract, all of that. I've argued with people over the years. He's been screwed in Vancouver. People don't agree with me with that. He's been screwed in Vancouver. They did nothing for him. He had no team.
When he was playing in Vancouver, they got to a Stanley Cup final.
And that was it. Did nothing else.
Yeah, that's true, but that's not really Roberto's fault.
It's not. I'm talking about Vancouver screwed him, not Roberto. Vancouver screwed him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They screwed him, and unfortunately, great goaltendings over the years don't even have a Stanley Cup because of that, right?
Yeah, like there's a lot of great goaltenders out there that don't have Stanley Cup wins.
Mm-hmm. Ed Belfour, he was great. I think he won us. They got him down.
Jonathan Quick.
Jonathan Quick. There's rumors he might come to the Leafs.
I hope he does. I hope he does.
Makes me wonder with the Andersen situation. Is he hurt or is this a salary cap problem?
I hope Quickie comes to the Leafs. I hope he really does because he's a phenomenal goaltender.
He was phenomenal. I don't know how phenomenal he is now, right?
Yeah, but you guys could really take him back to the way he was when he was first drafted, right? You guys could probably, enhance his career a little bit more, give him a little bit more time than he's getting now.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. And another goalie, Mike Smith, 39 years old. They were playing horrible in the beginning of the season, the Edmonton Oilers. They start to play better. 39-year-old was making unbelievable saves. He was like a kid again. It's like he was playing in Phoenix again. And
Yeah,
he's
it's
10 years
unreal.
old. Sometimes it's not the age, man. It's not the age sometimes. It's the heart. It's you fight for every opportunity you want in sports. That's what I look at.
Well, yeah, like on top of that, like look at what the Patriots are doing. They're keeping Julian Edelman on for another year, and he's getting up there, and he's getting banged up, and he's still playing.
Yeah. He's a machine, and I'm surprised he did not leave with Brady. He was a true Patriot. He stayed.
I thought he was going to go to the Bucs with Brady too, but he was just like, nope, I'm staying a Patriot.
That's good, and you're
The
going to
Patriot way.
You guys are going to use him a lot.
Julian Edelman is like the definition of the Patriot way. He's loyal. He's one of those smaller slot guys. That's what we always choose since Wes Welker. Then we had Danny Amendola and Julian Edelman. Those were our guys.
Yeah.
Then we ran the double tight end set for a while, which is what I wonder if we're going to do that this year with Hunter Henry and Johnny Smith. Not to mention we got Nelson Aguilar and Kendrick Bourne and all those guys now. So we're kind of building a better team now. But why couldn't we do that when Brady was around?
Yeah.
If we had done that when Brady was around, it'd be back-to-back Super Bowls. Again and again and again and again. If we kept running through free agency and picking up these players on discounted prices, we could have gotten so much better and way more Super Bowls.
Look at this. This makes me wonder. Look at this. This is pretty cool.
6-0-0, eh?
Yeah. 2021, 6. Felix Pugman, 1993 to 1994. Can this streak be broken? Absolutely. He's 4-way. He's 3-way to tie. He's 4-way to break it.
Hey, I want to see him. I want to see Jack Campbell get a shutout.
Oh, he's had a couple of shutouts.
Has he?
Oh yeah.
I don't really keep up. I don't really keep up on hockey too much. I'm more like focused on football and basketball. Those are the things I stay focused on.
So that's is pretty impressive by Campbell.
Impressive is not even the word for it. It's impeccable.
Impeccable.
Yeah. He has gone 6 games.
Yeah.
Without a loss. That's amazing.
But you got to remember, he was injured too, right? He was out for a while. So if he was playing, he could have had maybe a longer streak, or maybe he would have had a streak broken. We don't know, right? Streaks are meant to be broken eventually. That's what I said. Is Brady's streak meant to be broken one day? You know what I mean? The Undertaker's streak was 20+-0 or whatever, right? And the streak finally ended, right? So,
yes, sir.
I look at it like that. Brady's streak is going to be hard to break, but
oh yeah, for sure. 7 Super Bowls. That's going to be very tough to beat.
Well, so Patrick Mahomes would need
20 years. He would need 20 years.
We would need 20 years, but I'm just we would need 8 to break. 8 to break.
He would need 8 Super Bowls to break, and I'm sorry, but the Kansas City Chiefs are not gonna build that offensive line around him. Look, they made one adjustment so far in the offensive line, getting Joe Thuney from the Patriots. That's the only thing they've done to that offensive line.
It's still early.
Pre-draft.
They'll pick up a lot of good players. Still early, way too early. They'll pick up some free agents and some.
Not to mention, Sammy Watkins is still a free agent. He hasn't been signed.
Pick him up. Well, we need to pick him up. No, we need to pick him up.
We need to pick him up.
We need receivers.
Hey, either that, or we pick him up, trade him for Devontae Adams. I'll take Devontae.
No. Nobody's taking my boy Devontae away. Hell no.
I'll either take Devontae, or I'm hoping for a trade for either OBJ or DK Metcalf, getting rid of Stephon Gilmore.
Let me ask you a question. I want to be honest with you. This is to you. This is not my. I want to ask you this question. Would you take Devontae Adams over Julian Edelman?
No. The only reason why I say no is because Devontae is newer to the league than Julian is. Julian's got way more experience. He was drafted in 2009, and he's been playing at a professional level and so good. Punt returning, kick returning. He played defense his rookie year for a couple snaps, and then he's been a monstrosity at receiver for the past however long. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather take Julian Edelman with a trusty, reliable, option rather than have Devontae Adams with his like quick studded speed and his less accurate route running than Julian Edelman. I will take Jules every time.
But you gotta remember this, Cameron. Okay, Julian Edelman only has maybe 2, maybe 3 years in him. Devontae Adams does a lot of football in him. So I'm talking future, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, right?
Julian Edelman, Devontae Adams does the ball a lot. Okay, he's pretty good at hitting the ball. Devontae Adams, you got to give him credit for that. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I give him credit. I'll give credit where credit's due, but Julian Edelman doesn't really have a lot of drops either.
I know, but I'm just saying, one's about to retire, and the other one his career is just coming underway. Right?
Kind of just starting, yeah.
I know.
The only reason why I would take Jules in that is honestly just because I'm biased. I'm a Patriots fan. I'm a Julian Edelman fan. Been one since the day he was drafted. So I mean,
I asked you that question because I wanted to see if you're a true Patriots fan, and you are a true Patriots fan. Glad you answered that, right? You did what your heart tells you, right? I'd say the same thing. It's big Julian. I said Devontae. I don't care. I don't care if Julian won 100 Super Bowls. Devontae's my boy, right? Aaron Rodgers, number 12 to Devontae. Any day, I'll take. Right?
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna run into the other room real quick, and I'm gonna show you the 2 goats of the 2 greatest sports in the world. I will be right back.
We'll be back. He'll be back. Such an incredible human being, unbelievable. God bless his girlfriend as well. She's absolutely amazing. This guy knows his stuff. But Leafs win, folks. Leaf Nation, come on, be excited, guys. 3-game winning streak.
When did you bring the red one?
1.
You gotta get a Buccaneers one, my friend. You gotta get a Buccaneers one.
2.
Okay.
3.
No. Let me stop you for a second.
Greatest receiver of all time, fam. I don't care. I don't care about Jerry Rice.
Randy Moss, buddy. Randy Moss.
Well, yeah, Randy Moss, good argument. But also Julian Edelman with the fact that he's been with this team since the day he was drafted, never went nowhere else, and he's stuck around. That's a true GOAT, in my opinion. Somebody who sticks in one city.
Those are 2 goats you just showed me. MJ and TB.
Michael Jordan and Tom Brady, the 2 greatest players of all time. Here, you need to pass me.
2 greatest players of all time. One played basketball for a very long time, played a little bit of baseball, and Tom Brady, who is absolutely unbelievable. But I want to switch gears. I want to talk about Major League Baseball. The MLB is finally here. Preseason has been here for quite some time, but it's all about the season. It's all about the Toronto Blue Jays, folks, on April 1st. The Blue Jays are in action against the New York Yankees. The Blue Jays, the future is finally here. We are back to square one when we had Edwin Encarnacion, Jose Batista, my boy Josh Donaldson. I'll always love, I always respect. I wish him all the best. And not only that, we have a great catcher. I want to bring up the roster. I want to bring up the schedule, and I'm going to tell you all in details how good the Blue Jays will do this year. George Springer is the real Springer for the Blue Jays this year. What an unbelievable contract. I would never have thought the Blue Jays would actually sign an unbelievable player like that, right? We're very young. We're very talented. We've got a good organization, and our GM and Rogers, we're grateful to have you. We really are. And baseball is a great sport, but unfortunately, this year, we are not playing at the Rogers Center. I go every single year to at least 2-3 games to watch the Blue Jays. And unfortunately, this year, I will not be available to go due to COVID-19. COVID-19 has destroyed many things, has destroyed sporting events.
I reset it.
And all that kinds of stuff. But always be grateful and always be thankful that we have these great television stations, CBC, CBS, NHL Network, the NFL Network, that we can watch these games. Trust me, players want to see the fans. But unfortunately, we're in tough times.
I don't know too much about baseball, by the way, so I'm gonna try and keep myself on the low here because I don't really know much about baseball.
Because the title was "Is it time to move on from Frederik Andersen and Major League Baseball is back?" Those are the two top titles that I wrote down. That's what I want to bring up baseball very quickly. So let me bring up the roster for you guys and show you what the Blue Jays will have this season.
Can you give me the pink link?
Where is it?
It should be in the front room.
Look at this, folks. Bring this up. And I think, to be honest with you, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is going to have a phenomenal year. He's lost over 40 to 50 pounds, I think. If I'm wrong, please correct me on that. To all the great Booney believers out there. But look at this, guys. We have full of talents.
No problem.
Right? Look at this. Robbie Ray is going to be phenomenal this year. This guy's phenomenal too. Danny Jansen, great catcher. Vladimir. So I'm gonna count here. Let's go to the 40-man roster.
Hold on. Quick question: is Batista still playing?
No. He's free agent. I think no, he's not playing. Last thing he played for was the New York Mets, and he got a grand slam. It was his first grand slam ever in his career.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah, he was a New York Met for a little bit. This is the roster for the Blue Jays for this upcoming season of 2021. I'm excited, folks. And matter of fact, I'll show you this. I remember when I was watching last year's season, crazy season.
Dion Phaneuf jersey, eh?
Oh yeah, this is old. This is an old jersey.
Yeah, that's an oldie.
Yeah. So, folks, I got this postseason hat. It's 2020, and I got the shirt that says "Respect Toronto." And it's funny because I ordered it and it said it will be here in the next few days. Well, it took weeks on end because of COVID-19. So the Blue Jays got swept in 2 games against the Rays. The Rays went on to the World Series. They lost to the Dodgers. My Dodgers hat over there. But when do I get my hat and when do I get my shirt? A week later when the Blue Jays are out. But I'm still proud that I got it. It's a hat that a lot of people do not sell anymore. Not even Lids. Lids do not have these hats. And I asked them, why don't you carry these hats? Well, because a lot of people won't buy and all that. And I was very grateful for buying this. I paid about, I think, what was it, $34 or $31? Very good material. It's a good winter hat. So there you go.
Hey, you got any Patriots hats on that back wall?
I do, but where is it? Patriots. You're making me think now, Cameron.
I gotta make you think.
Oh, it's like a math game now. Oh my goodness, where is this? Yeah, right here, actually. So I got this. I think that was when they played the Rams.
Yeah, that's Patriots versus Rams Super Bowl. That's when Julian Edelman won MVP.
Yeah, Dad won. My brother got that from my father.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I remember that was
your father's a Pats fan.
He is. He's a huge.
Hey, I like your father's taste.
But he's a Brady fan. He's a big Tom Brady fan. So,
hey, so am I. So am I. I can't really say much about that. I'm a big Brady fan too.
Hey, he's good. So yes, this is a roster, guys, for the Toronto Blue Jays. Great team, you know. There's Vladimir, 6'2", he's 250. I was born 2000, not that much older than me. And then we got our outfielders. Hernandez is good. There's George Springer, the guy that everybody is talking about in today's day. That's Springer for you.
Got a nice little football to fiddle with.
See that? I got a baseball over here. So this is the Toronto Blue Jays schedule for the 2021, and I'll go and I will tell you who they play. So Thursday, home opener, they're in New York at Yankee Stadium at 1:05 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be a really good game, I think. Yankees and Blue Jays.
Go Sox.
Same division. Excuse me, the Sox. Come on, buddy.
Go
Sox. Are
Sox.
good. Poppy. Good Big Poppy, they were good.
Go Red Sox.
Well, you must hate the Yankees then, right?
Oh, I hate the Yanks. The Yanks suck.
Oh,
Angels suck.
Well, it's been a disappointment last couple of years with the New York Yankees because they have a lot of good players on that team, good organization. Aaron Boone, good head coach, he's a former player, Yankees, and they just can't, for some reason, find a way to put it together. But I think this year they could. So we got Thursday, April 1st at New York at 1:05 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be on ESPN. It'll be on Sportsnet 1, Sportsnet Ontario, and Sportsnet Pacific. You don't want to miss that with Jamie Campbell. Saturday, April 3rd, New York, New York. We got Texas. We got the Angels. We got the Yankees again, the Royals, the Sox for 2. The Rays. Now the Rays.
Let's go Sox.
Let's go Sox. Let's go Sox. I have a fan that likes the Red Sox. Why not? You got the Sox. You got the Rays that had an opportunity to win the World Series last year. 3, you got the Washington Nationals, who defended champions from a couple of years ago. The Braves, the Oakland Athletics, the Houston Astros, former George Springer's team. The Braves again. Philadelphia, Boston, Tampa Bay, New York, Cleveland, Miami. They don't play Miami too often, but when they do, it's good baseball, to be honest with you. Houston again.
True.
Chicago, Boston, New York, Baltimore, Miami. So that's 4 games with Miami. Baltimore again, Seattle for 3 in Tampa, 3 in Baltimore again. Tampa Bay for the last 3 games at Tampa Bay. The final game July 11th at 1:10 p.m. Eastern time.
I don't think I'd be able to sit through a whole baseball game.
You know, a lot of people say, Joe, how do you watch a full baseball game? My cousins always tell me that. I say, if you understand the game and you understand how they play it, then you could sit down and watch a game. If you've played it before, if you've been to a baseball game, maybe it's different.
One of my brothers was in the minors.
Was he?
Yeah.
What's his name?
DJ Legault.
DJ Legault?
DJ Legault, yeah.
What happened to him? What, did he get an injury?
Yeah, he got a shoulder injury, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me look up his minor league stats real quick because I want to brush myself up on this.
Yes. So the Toronto Blue Jays, April 1st, 2021, April 1st, will be first pitch against the New York Yankees, and I'm very excited for that, and I'm very thankful that baseball is back. I'm so excited. Glad that Buck Martinez is back, and it's going to be an interesting year. It's going to be an interesting year. For a matter of fact, I want to count how many games actually they have. Is it 162? I think there is actually.
For some reason, I can't find it. Maybe I'll just text my brother after the show, and I'll send you screenshots of his stats that he got. It's just not showing up on the first page of Google.
Yeah. Yeah, it is 162 games. That's a lot of games, folks. That is the most in any sport. 162 baseball games. And they travel. Probably them and WWE, they're probably the worst guys that travel the most and don't see their family and loved ones.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 17 games for football this year, I think. 16, 17 games. Basketball's got a lot of games too.
Basketball's 82 games.
Yeah, 82 games. That's the closest to baseball.
This year, hockey's not even near close to 82 games. I think they're under 48 games, 46 games.
Is that your dad?
All right. So I heard, Cameron, that you are making some big noise with your music career.
Yeah, 68.5K views on one of my most recent songs.
Oh, okay. This guy's making some big bucks, folks.
Let's take the Patriots jersey off real quick.
Yeah. What kind of jersey? What kind of sweater is that, anyways? You wearing?
This is just a sweater I bought from Blue Notes. Regardless of how much money I make, I will still always shop at Blue Notes because Blue Notes is the best. I'm also wearing Blue Notes pants right now.
Blue Notes is they're good. They're very good.
Hey, that's where I always shop, man. It's so much better. Like, yeah, like I get my jerseys online and stuff like that, and I go to like, you know, pawn shops and stuff, and they have like jerseys that are just chilling around, and I'll buy those. And like I want to have a whole room like dedicated with my jerseys hung up on walls and stuff, including my high school football jersey. I wanna hang that thing up.
You will. Hey, this takes time, man. This didn't take 1 day or 2 days. This took years. I've been doing this show for a very long time. The Booney Believers know that already. You know?
That is a really retro Philadelphia Eagles hat I'm looking at. Holy crap!
Which one?
Right, two to the left of the Cleveland Browns hat.
Vancouver Canucks hat.
Oh yeah. That's a classic one.
I like the Vancouver Canucks hat.
I know you do. Roger Madawi. It's good to be with you, Roger. How are you?
What's up, Raj?
Ugly.
Roger's on FaceTime with me. He's too shy to come up on camera. You know. Listen, I don't know if you watched the Toronto Maple Leafs, but unbelievable comeback. Unbelievable.
No, I didn't get a chance to watch the game. Unfortunately, it's the timing of this game.
Are you doing a puzzle of a picture of us?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I want to ask you this question, Roger Madawi. Okay, I want to switch gears to football quickly. What the hell has happened with those San Francisco 49ers in that draft pick when I tagged you in that post? What went through your mind when I woke you up that moment?
It was like, whoa, it was strange because he sent me Joe sent me the same post.
Let me ask Madawi first, and I'll ask you.
All right, sounds good.
Because Madawi only has a little bit of time. Go ahead, Madawi.
Well, it was a shock. I'm talking to this guy. I was hearing rumors that they were making a move.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
And I think that they have to have liked what they saw from one of the guys they're going to draft, because Trevor Lawrence is out of the picture. We're not getting Trevor Lawrence.
No.
You guys could get Justin Fields or Trey Lance, though.
Still a possibility of them going a second overall pick if they can wheel and deal with the Jets. Now that's going to come down Shanahan versus his old guy Robert Saleh. That could be something interesting. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Now the Jets, I know a lot of people are saying that the Jets are going after Zach Wilson, but they haven't gave up on Darnold yet. So that could be interesting to see what the Niners offer. But right now, as it stands, they don't overall pick. I think the Niners went and swung for the fences because I think they learned from the Super Bowl loss. And they saw a guy like Mahomes. I'm not taking anything away from Jimmy. Jimmy's a game manager. He's like the Alex Smith that they had. He's not.
Will Jimmy G be as good as he was a couple of years ago? Super Bowl wise, could he be good as that? I think he could.
I think Jimmy G's a great quarterback. I'm not saying. I think Jimmy G came from a great system. I think he came from New England. I think that he's destined to go to New England. I think that's where he'll end up. It's not this year or next year. But for the Niners, they're looking now at Fields or Lance, but I think it's going to be Lance.
I would prefer Fields over Lance.
The Ohio State quarterbacks don't fare well.
You told me that last time on a FaceTime call. But this one, this Field, I'm very impressed with him.
But I'm saying they don't feel like. Let's be honest. Like Dwayne Haskins, what's he doing now?
Nothing.
Or no, I mean, we've seen a lot of guys come in. So we shall see. But I think that what the Niners did yesterday is they made a splash. They're looking at the future. They got a young tight end. They got a George Kittle, they got a young defense. They can win now with the guys that they have now, and the fact that they can save some money with a young quarterback for a couple of years.
Send me the numbers. I got you.
Next few years. So that's what they're going to try to do.
Well, I wish you luck, man. I hope the 49ers have a phenomenal year. As a Packers fan myself, you guys to be honest, you deserve a Super Bowl. 2 years, okay, 2 years back against the Baltimore Ravens. You guys should have won. You guys got screwed on that call.
That stinks. That was stung.
But this one stung even more a couple of years ago. Down less than 10 minutes left, over 10 points, and you lose that. Hey, I'm a Leafs fan. Up 4-1 with over 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I know the feeling, man.
Before I head out, I just want to say one thing.
Yes.
Joe, thank you for these Saturday nights. They are something that is absolutely amazing. That what you do, you gather your friends, you gather your friends, you gather your family, you gather everybody around to come on the show, or just sit here like me and watch it.
Yeah. Well, if it's one viewer or 10 viewers or 100 viewers, it doesn't matter. I come on here with pride. I come here with love. And I've been talking to you for years on end, Roger Medaille, and all I have is respect, love, and dignity for you. And I wish you and your family the best time of your life. I know COVID-19 is doing some harm with the sporting events, but I know for a fact.
Like I said to you, man, before. You got the Leafs jersey on tonight, but you're not just a good-looking man that wears a suit.
No.
You are Joe Booney.
I know I am.
All the stirs to drink. You're the foundation. You are the pillar. You are so much to us, and we love you, Joe. And I want to also give a shout-out to one man right now. I know he's at home right now. Mr. John Lauren in Lubbock, Texas.
He will be on next week.
John Laurinaitis is a legend.
You take care. Thank you, Roger Medaille. It's Roger Medaille, folks, from the great province of Ontario and city of London, Ontario, Canada. Thank you, Roger. Yes, Mr. John Laurinaitis is a legend himself, and episode 11 should come out very soon. Actually, I was talking to him earlier today.
So as you guys were talking about San Fran, right?
Yeah.
With their trade, that surprised me. Like,
I was shocked when I saw that.
I honestly thought, like, whoa, like they're so against trading away Jimmy G. What are they gonna do with that pick? Are they gonna trade it?
Well, you told me, and then I brought up an article, and you kind of said, "Wow, with the Jimmy G situation."
Yeah,
hey,
the Patriots are snooping around. The Patriots are snooping around trying to get Jimmy G back, and like I'm hearing this all the time, seeing it on my pages on Facebook and on Instagram, that the Patriots are just stalking Jimmy G. They want him back and all this stuff. And then San Fran says that, they're not interested in trading him, which drives me a little bit crazy. And they just traded up in the draft. So who knows? They could draft Zach Wilson and then have no need for Jimmy G anymore.
There's a possibility that
I hope there's a reunion.
Russell Wilson could come to the Patriots.
I hope there's a reunion of Jimmy G. I don't even want Russell. I don't want Russ. I want a guy who's been in the Patriot system and somebody who can actually like take the ropes and really progress himself.
I think, to be honest with you, I think you guys should have went after Carson Wentz. Actually, he would have.
Yeah, Carson Wentz could have been good for us. Carson Wentz could have definitely been good for us.
You guys have been a very good fit.
Also, Matthew Stafford, if he didn't say that he didn't want to play in New England, he would have been a great fit for us as well. He would have been a phenomenal fit. Jared Goff even would have been a decent fit in our system.
Jared Goff, he's a good quarterback, and I wish him all the best in Detroit. I think he's going to have a hard time in Detroit.
He's going to have a hard time, especially the fact that Kenny Golladay is gone and he's to the Giants now.
Well, if you didn't think Kenny Golladay wasn't going to leave, then you should get your football stats up, because I knew he was gone. People do not want to play in Detroit.
Not to mention they have TJ Hawkinson. They have him locked down in a contract. TJ, get out of Detroit. Leave Detroit.
Detroit, they dismantled that team. That's why Megatron, Calvin Johnson left Detroit. That's why he retired because of that, because of the move. You know.
You know what? I wish he would have retired. I wish he would have stayed a couple more years in the league. Not even with the Detroit Lions. I wish he would have just demanded his own release and somebody else could have signed him. The Patriots might have signed him. But yeah.
Megatron, if Tom Brady threw the Megatron, oh my goodness.
That would be a revolutionary. That would be Randy Moss 2.0.
He's still young. He's not even in his 40s yet, Megatron. I think you're what, 35? 36, folks?
Yeah, roughly the same age as Jules. Roughly the same age as Julian Edelman, which is crazy.
Yeah. I want to ask you a question, Tyler. And
yeah, what's up?
It's related. So with your music, before Roger Madari called, your music career and the talent that you have, it's unbelievable. It's glorious. We use the word, as WB likes to use that word, glorious, and I do at the same time. I see you right here. When I first saw you, now you're right here.
Yes, sir.
Slowly
making moves.
Where do you want to lead to? Do you want to go to the next step? Do you want to be on stage speaking to 50,000 people? Because I asked a gentleman one time, a great man from Toronto, Ontario, and I know he'll be watching. If he's not watching, I'll be watching later. And he said he wants to stay here. Now, as you're moving up, how far do you want to move up until you stop at that step? Or do you want to keep moving up like the damn president of the great country of the United States of America? How is it?
Keep moving up. Keep moving up. I want to get to Kanye level. I want to get to Eminem level. I want to get up there, man. I want to be known as one of the greats in this industry. I swear. Like I'm putting in the work. I've been putting in the work this past year. I've been writing since I was 11 years old. I've been wanting this my whole life, Joe. So this is why I'm putting all of my heart and my love and my attention into my music, and I'm slowly making a couple adjustments along the way. Like before, I wasn't using auto-tune, I wasn't using reverb at all. Now I'm slowly stepping my game up a little bit with reverb and moving myself a little bit closer to that area to appeal to the newer age of fans. But I'm also not changing my lyrical style at all. I'm not stopping my delivery. I'm not changing it at all. I'm not doing that mumble rap stuff. I'm doing the raw lyrical stuff from like the 90s, the 80s and 90s style hip hop, and bringing that back to this day and changing it a little bit. And I'm trying to do my best to be one of the greats in this industry one day. And that's just been my dream since I was a little kid. And that's what I've always wanted to do. There was two things I wanted in life, and that was to have a decent high school career playing football, and secondly came to right after that, it was music, and music has been the biggest part of my life ever since I was a young boy. I remember the first time I ever heard rap music, and it was when my stepmother bought me an Outkast CD in 2005, and it was the CD that had Miss Jackson on it. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. And ever since I heard that song, I've been a hip hop fan since day one, and I will always be there. I will always be a musician. I will never change that.
Let me tell you something, Cameron. And I'm going to be honest with you. I know you for years on end, my friend. I went to elementary school with you. Joe Thornton's elementary school. Southwood Public School.
Yes, sir.
Thornton is a Maple Leaf now. Remember playing basketball? You used to beat me at basketball, right?
Oh, I've been crazy at basketball since I was like 6.
I remember that. But what I'm about to say is something that I mean from the bottom of my heart. Cameron, you're not just a friend to me. You're like my own brother. I love you very much. I want the best for you, and I want the best for your girlfriend who's sitting next to you. And I will always be here and continue being on here to support you until my last breath. My quote is, Alhamdulillah, I'm living this good life. I'm breathing on God's time, making a waste of one breath. I will do whatever it takes to get you to the next level. I will always be on your side. I will always care for you, and I will always support you. And I will always fight for every opportunity for you to be the next president of the United States or the next best rapper in the world. If it's Drake, if it's not bigger than Drake, I will always be there for you because that's who I am. I'm not a faker.
We gonna make it out of here one day. We gonna make it out of here one day. We're gonna get to LA one day. I got an opener for a bigger musician, like a really big musician. I got an opener in Cleveland in 2023. So yeah, I'm gonna be hyped on that for sure. But that's gonna be like my make or break point for my music is that concert, and I'm gonna have to go crazy at that concert.
You're gonna do it, man.
I've done a couple shows. I've done a couple shows, and my first one I was really nervous for, but my second one and my third one I was completely like settled in. I was cool, and I was just jumping around on stage. I was super hyped about it, and ever since then, I've been lacking that. Like that's a drug to me. Like that just feels really good having the crowd around you, cheering along with you, and being all hyped about your music and stuff. That's like a drug to me. Like I'm going through withdrawals, man. I need to be on stage. I need to be performing. Like that's just where it is. And the closest thing I can get to that right now is this microphone that you can see right in the frame right here. That's the closest I can get to being on stage right now. So I've just been releasing song after song after song after song after song. How many songs have I released in the past like week?
You like released 3 yesterday.
I released 3 songs yesterday, 3 songs the day before, and 2 songs the day before that. So that's 8 songs.
Cameron, hard work pays off at the end. Hard work pays off at the end. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I swear to God, and I'll tell you this story once again. I was right here. I always dreamed about, I wish I could have my idol on Joe Bull, and I wish I could have Jack Armstrong on. I had a dream. I woke up one day, and that dream came true. If you work hard at the things that you want in life, things will come. It will come slow, but it will come from the heart. Because if you want to do something in life, you get up off your 2 feet and you do it for yourself, because nobody else is going to do it but yourself. Remember that.
Exactly. And that's why I mix, master, and produce my own songs too. That's why I do all of the work on my own songs, because I don't want to make anybody else like have to do the work. I want to do it all so that I can be independent and I can just go up on my own. Not have to pay anybody for beats, not have to pay anybody for rights, not have to pay anybody for this or for that. Just do it all myself.
Hey, my friend, you got a lot of talent out there. It's unbelievable, right? You know what? I should connect you with Michaela Hay. She's originally from Guelph. She's an absolutely amazing singer. She's well known. She's on Spotify. She's everywhere. I've had her on my show. I interviewed her once on my show. And she's a very, very unique person, very beautiful inside and out. And I asked her a few questions, and she's just a girl that loves people. And to be a rapper, to be a singer, to be a broadcaster, to be one of those people, you have to love people. I'm sorry, but you can't do the job if you don't like people. I'm sorry. That's how business is, right?
Exactly. I love people. I love entertaining people. Like when my girl's sad or like anybody's sad around me, I'm always cracking jokes. I'm always making them happy. I like to see people happy.
Oh, that's good.
So that's why I'm always like in my music, I try to bring like real subjects into it. Like if you're going through a hard breakup, if you're going through something like super crazy, like a divorce between your parents, whatever, I try to make my music as relatable as possible for people that have a broken heart, so that they can get at least a little bit lifted up and feel like they're not alone. Because I could be around 1,000 people and still feel like I'm alone. I know what it feels like to be alone. And I don't want anybody else to feel that. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. I don't wish that upon anybody. And if I can put out music to make people feel like they're not alone, then I'm happy. Because I'm making other people's spirits get lifted up. And that makes me feel a whole lot more wholesome in my heart.
Very true. Never give up.
Hey, thank you, Rita.
You know what? I met Rita on Live Me, actually. She has her own show, own little podcast in there. And she is one of a kind, very, very smart, always welcomes me in the broadcast, even if I'm in there. Hello, Joe Booney, come into my beam and all that. She's just so unique, and we need more people like Rita and more people like another phenomenal person. Her name is Hockey. She's on Live Me as well. People like that you want in life, and people like that you want supporting you. And I have a lot of fans out there, a lot of believers out there.
That's what I have this beautiful woman for. She's my number one fan. She's my best friend. She's the love of my life. She's gonna be the one that supports me until the day I die. So
I like that's beautiful. That's
I'm
beautiful.
happy.
I've never heard that on my show yet. You're gonna get Joe Booney a little emotional. Nobody wants to see Joe Booney look crying right now like a baby. Okay, but
Hey, it's okay.
Joe Booney, this is don't get me emotional. This is not an emotional show. I'm kidding.
Hey, Joe, I love you too, bro. You're a legend. I can't even begin to, convey how much I care about you and how much I love you. Like you're my brother, just as you called me your brother. You're my fucking brother. And I'm sorry about the language, but it's just I'm very passionate about this, and I'm very passionate about the people I love and the people I care about, and I want nothing but the best for you, and all through the rest of your future. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you interviewing Super Bowl champions one day. I want to see you doing this, see you doing that. I want to see you at the top. I don't want you to just sit here and be at the middle class. I want to see you go up, man. And I know you want to see me do the same. So I'm always going to support you just as much as you support me, and that's just it. That's the bottom line right there.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. That means everything to me, man. I've always dreamed about wanting to be a broadcaster, and where I am right now, I'm in the middle right now. If I stay here, I stay here. But if I go up, I go up, and that's my dream. But I've always said to myself, you know what, Joe? I have a lot of fans that support me, a lot of people that believe in me, and that's why I call them Booney believers. And when I first started my show, there was something wasn't clicking. It's like a remote control. It's like this little mouse that I have right here. This button right here on the left, this side, it was broken. I didn't know what to like. Something was there, but it could not press. I didn't know where to begin, where to start. So I found that situation. I found that problem out. That I started bringing up discussions, bringing up sports related, and that's when I knew I have that talent out there. I have an amazing position. I have an amazing road ahead of me. And when that button was fixed, it started moving. It moved slow, but it kept moving and moving and moving. I used to stream on this thing, this tablet right here. I used to stream from my room. This is like my everything to me. I take this everywhere, right? So it started from here. It started into a little iPhone 4, and then it turned into this. And every morning, every afternoon, every evening, I look at this and I shed a few tears because this is what I love. This is the love of my life, if you want to say. That's the love of your life. This is the love of my life. And I know one day there'll be a Booney believer, a Mrs. Booney one day, but I'm not in a hurry for that. I'm in a hurry now.
There's definitely a Mrs. Booney
I know,
down the road for sure. For sure, man. You're such a wholeheartedly awesome person that whoever you fall in love with is going to just absolutely love you and adore you, and they're going to be beside you for the rest of their lives, the rest of your life, man, because you're one of those people that is very compassionate. Yeah. You're one of those people that really cares about another person.
No, I do.
Like I've come to you for help before, like financial help. I've come to you for whatever, and you've always been there to support me. You've always been there to help, no matter what. Like we just reunited last year, I think. We started talking again.
It was just the Instagram video. You know, it
was an Instagram live.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was an Instagram live. We went to grade school together. I used to mop you up on the basketball court, and that's just how we remembered. That's how we remembered each other, and that's just where our relationship started, man. And that's it. It's a relationship I want to have until the day I drop into my grave, man.
It's amazing. Like I said, I'll always be here for you. Seriously. Thank you, Rita. I appreciate it. You guys, each and every one of you guys are beautiful in your own ways, and we got to love each other and respect women 110%. That's the most important thing that we do and that we say on a daily basis. Right there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to move this thing. That right there, those two right there, That's true love right there. That's what I mean on a daily basis. If you see that every single day, then you are in a very good mood. Your heart's full of love and you're full of passion. That's the true love
Yes,
right
sir.
there. That's what I mean, respect women 110%.
Yes, sir. Hey, babe, do you want to say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
can't stand it. Pants on.
Here, I'll hold this up.
Besides when we prank you.
Yeah, you can go ahead and you can if you want to say something, you're more than welcome to. If she wants to.
Yeah, we pranked Joe one time for my cover art to one of my songs. It was called Bloody Eyes.
Forget that day.
And we put fake eye black makeup like to make it look like she got a black eye and made her face all bloody for the cover photo. And we called Joe on his birthday, oddly enough, and scared him. She was like, "Oh, Tyler hit me. It was a joke, obviously, but we made a big joke out of it, and Booney was so scared, and then I'm like, it's a joke. And then,
My first reaction, who? Where are you? What happened? And when I saw the blood, I'm talking, my eyes were like out of my like popping out, like I was the Undertaker. I didn't know what to do. I was nuts.
And then Jasmine and I were both like, it's a joke. You don't have to worry. Like, I would never do that to a woman. I respect women 110%, just like Joe says. But it was kind of funny. We had to get a little bit of a laugh out of it. Joe was really scared.
I felt bad.
So, hey, both of you that day on March 5th at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time, both of you were radical radishing cougars. I'll tell you that. Regret saying that. Those were radishing cougars, those two on March 5th. My birthday, got my new chair, looking like a sexy pinata like I usually do. And what do? They call me. They want to give me a heart attack. They want to kill me. My 20th birthday.
We wanted to scare you. That was your birthday present from us. A little bit of a scare, but still a joke, and it was funny.
I got over after, but I said
it was hilarious. What are you talking about?
If it wasn't his birthday, it would be funny.
I mean, I guess, but Joe got a laugh out of it in the end.
Call me on that day. You couldn't call me at 12. It could be March 6th, but you had to call me on that specific day.
That's because we didn't have the thought until that desperate moment. That's when we had that thought, and we were just like, all right, we're gonna do it.
I didn't know it was his birthday.
I knew it was his birthday, but I wasn't gonna say anything because then that would make you like back out.
That's your partner's fault. It's not your fault, so it's not you. But you're still a radishing cougar. Don't get me wrong. Both of you
that's my fault. That was my fault. But it was funny.
Where's the apology? I don't hear the apology yet.
I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. So I gotta apologize. I'm kidding. That was gave me a heart attack, but I was okay. I still made it through. We're gonna go on for another few minutes, folks. It's been a great show. I want to bring up one more thing. Yes, the Maple Leafs' next performance is the Edmonton Oilers once again on Monday, March 29th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's at the Scotiabank Arena. It looks like Josh Campbell will be in net again, but fingers crossed that Frederik Andersen is okay and he will be back in net very soon. We want the guy to be healthy. We want him to be back, and we want the Leafs to finally make a good postseason run. It's about time for Leaf Nation to get a Stanley Cup. It's been 67 since 67. It's been a very long time.
Hey, I'm rooting for the Leafs to get at least deep into the playoffs.
Deep, I know you're gonna say after.
I hope they don't win. I hope the Bruins beat them out like we usually do. But I still support Toronto because I'm Canadian and Toronto is my local team. But the Bruins, I was born into a Bruins family. I was born into an all Boston family, so that's just kind of how I was raised. And that's how I'm like big New England fan too. But I'm not a Boston Celtics fan. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. So that's the one team.
You're a Red Sox fan. You're a Red Sox fan. You're a Patriots fan, and you're a Bruins fan. You know what? You should just move to Boston, Massachusetts. They'd love you down there. Move down there.
Oh, I would love to. I'd love to move to either Foxborough, Massachusetts, or to Salem, Massachusetts, because Salem has like a really big like history behind it, and it's really cool.
Yeah. It should Boston should be a very good team in the next few years. I mean, the Red Sox, I'm talking about. They should be another team in another few years. But I want to thank you, Cameron, seriously, for taking time in your schedule once again to come on the show. Thank you,
No
beautiful
problem.
girlfriend, for coming on camera. I will talk to you after the show, but I appreciate everything you have done and continue your journey, man. Life is not a race. Life is a journey. Just remember that.
I will. I'll make sure I'll put that in one of my songs. I'll actually send me an audio clip of you saying that. I will put it at the end of one of my new songs.
Okay. Okay. Why not? Okay. I'll do that.
All right.
Take care of yourself.
All right. I will.
Cameron,
See you after the show.
take care. My beautiful people. Again, so thankful, so grateful that I come here every Saturday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, spread love, spread positivity, and bring the real people to the Booney Show. I have a lot of Booney believers out there who support me, but this man right here, Cameron, is something that is in a different category. You know, he's in the expensive category. He's the man that he's always been there for me, and I'll always be there for him. And I know for a fact one day he'll make it to the top with his girlfriend. Always believe in yourself, folks. If anyone is down, DM me, Joe the Fighting Jet, Instagram, Taker Devil One. Love each other. Be honest. And remember, be humble. You have to be humble in today's day. You have to love each and every one of you. You have to love yourself inside and love what you have around you. I wake up every single day. I thank God for the opportunity that I have. Wash my face in cold water. I said, Alhamdulillah, I'm living this good life. I'm breathing on God's time, making a waste one breath. I love it. I love what I do. I love myself. There's some days that I'm down, I'm hurt, but I still get up off my 2 feet and I fight and I fight and I fight. And you know what? Who's the people out there that support me? It's you, beautiful people out there. Stay safe, everyone. And remember, happy Sunday. It's 8 minutes away from Sunday. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week on Joe's Sports Channel.